Hi, my name is Wojtek. This is the Do Roboty Show. In today's episode, I'll take on the job of an excavator operator. My expert will be Bartek, who has been working in this industry for 11 years, so we're heading to him. On the Do Roboty channel, every week I try out a different job hands-on. We show how you can get such a job, how it's done, and how much money you can earn in it. And today on my channel, I'm testing a new format, more like television, less like the internet, so I'm counting on all your comments with feedback on this material. We're now heading to Gierchich, where Bartek has his training yard. There are huge construction machines there, and honestly, I don't know what to expect. All I know is that Bartek has prepared some tasks for me to do, so I'm definitely going to have to drive that excavator and do some digging. And honestly, I'm a bit worried because I've played on a console with a controller, but is a controller really the same as the joysticks in an excavator? I don't know that. But guys, don't worry. Those are just my concerns. The most important thing is that you'll find out how to become an excavator operator, what the job looks like from the inside, and most importantly, how much you can earn doing all this. So, let's go to Bartek.
Hi, I'm Bartek. Professionally, I train construction machine operators, and I'm also the co-owner of a rental company, which is where we are right now. I've worked with heavy equipment for over 11 years and have provided training for 5. What I like most about my job is working with people and the fact that I can fulfill my childhood dreams. As they say, men don't grow up, they just change their toys, and that's exactly what I get to play with at work now. I can teach people and at the same time have fun operating heavy equipment. And above all, this is a job for guys who like to get their hands dirty.
I've already arrived at the site at Bartek's training yard. Hello, nice to see you. Hey.
Hi, Wojtek.
Hi.
A big yard, a lot of different equipment, but I see a little excavator. Are we working with that today?
No, today we'll go with something bigger.
A bigger machine, but does a bigger machine mean more work with it, or is it pretty much the same kind of equipment?
The system when it comes to movement control is exactly the same. The only difference is the chassis. So here we have a tracked vehicle, and over there we'll go to a wheeled one.
And which one will be easier? The wheeled one?
The tracked vehicle makes it much easier.
Using the tracked vehicle is much easier. I thought the wheeled one would be easier.
Supposedly it's easier, but it rocks more.
It rocks more, but do we have any stabilizers? Will something hold it?
Of course, I'll show you everything.
You'll show me everything?
That's right.
All right, let's get to work. Let's go to that wheeled excavator.
Exactly.
It looks so monstrous, a big excavator, but you said this one is even harder to drive. Why?
The crawler excavator has a wider track. It's more stable. Here, to prevent it from rocking too much, we already have to use those,
Okay.
our outriggers. The advantage of that one is that it's wide and you feel secure and stable. However, the impossibility is that you can't drive it on the road because the regulations prohibit it.
So can I use the wheeled one?
Without any problem. But here you have to remember that you need to have a Category B driver's license.
Only?
Only, or actually quite a lot.
Okay. I came by car, I have a Category B license, so I can already drive it, but to be able to work, I would still need to have completed a course, right?
That's right, a course that ends with a state exam.
I think now I'll go through the practical and theoretical part. I'll change, put on a helmet, we'll be safe, and you'll show me everything, right?
Of course.
A lot of buttons, a lot of joysticks, pedals, there's a steering wheel. What is everything for, can you tell me?
Here's how it works. The steering wheel is for steering, just like when you drove here in your car. Here, one right joystick will control the bucket so you can scoop things up and possibly dump it out. Here we'll have one safety feature with your other hand on the left joystick will allow us to rotate right and left.
Okay.
Our view, plus playing with the arm.
I'm trying to remember all this, and it already seems complicated since we also have 3 pedals. That's probably gas and brake, right?
Gas, brake, and let's say kind of a stabilizer for the excavator's body so that it moves smoothly and synchronizes nicely with the operator's movements.
That's a lot of information, but I'd rather you show me everything. I'm hands-on. Seeing helps me remember, but just listening doesn't always work.
No problem at all, but to make it even more interesting, we'll set up an obstacle course. It can't be too easy.
Practice in theory, which means I'll watch you do the task so I can remember it well.
Watch carefully,
All right.
because this will be your challenge.
All right. All right, we can do it, my friend. Fasten your seatbelts.
Exactly. Seatbelts, stabilizers, and then action.
I think I remembered something. Raise the stabilizers. Bucket up.
Yes, sir.
Which goes forward now? Just do it.
You know what? Here under your right hand.
Oh, right, you mentioned it.
That's right.
It's all good.
Whoa! Wojtek, adjust your steering wheel. The steering wheel.
Ah, okay.
The steering wheel, that's right.
Exactly.
And now,
Definitely different from driving a car, even though the machine has wheels. You have to crank the wheel quite a bit.
that's right. It'll make it. Come on.
And look, it went through like butter. Oh! Wait, are there mirrors here or do I actually see something? Just like when I was a kid, like in the sandbox. All right, stabilizers now. Wait, something lifted up.
That's it. Hold it. All right.
All right.
And there we go.
And now the second part of the challenge, which is you have to manage to scoop and synchronize the movements of the bucket. What was that? No, Jesus.
So just like everyone says, is it a piece of cake?
A piece of cake, almost too easy. I picked something up.
Now we just need to load it.
It's not a full scoop. As long as I hit the dump truck, as long as I hit
Pull your left hand toward you.
left hand toward yourself.
That's it. Move your right hand away from yourself.
Away from yourself, toward yourself, left, right. I'm satisfied with myself. After all, for the first time, a little to the right.
If you load so little, you'll definitely be making a lot per hour. It's the same backward and forward.
It's the same going backward as it is forward, just where's my other barrel? And where is the first barrel?
Stop.
Where is the barrel? I can't see it at all.
Exactly, go forward. Well, we didn't make any money because the facade needs work.
The facade needs work, so we have to go around it.
Keep turning.
There. Where am I?
Come on, keep going.
How much longer?
More. And stop. So how's it going?
Well, I'd rather ask you because, I just loaded something up.
At the very beginning, driving, picking up, half a bucket, but when you were reversing, it was like, you forgot about the transport position, you hit the facade.
So I have to learn this perfectly, right?
Exactly.
Will you give me some time for that? Do I have some time?
One day,
One day?
and then we go to real work to my client, and you'll help me there for a normal salary.
Okay, well, I feel obligated to learn all of this, both driving and digging, because what is the job going to wait?
Exactly.
All right then. So I'll practice today, I'll practice tomorrow, and then regular work.
That's right.
So leave me with this excavator and I'll try to learn everything. I'm getting to work.
Get to work.
And figure eights, just like on the track. Here you go. I don't know what kind of job is waiting for me later to earn my money, but I know I have to learn how to drive this machine well. Second day on the training yard. In just a moment, I'm getting into the excavator. After yesterday, I definitely feel more confident. Today, I'll give it my all. I'll be practicing all day so that tomorrow, during the challenge, I can show what I'm capable of. I have to tell you, after yesterday, I feel like a typical, stereotypical construction worker. Look at my tan. There you go, a t-shirt tan. I'm getting into the excavator, working, practicing, digging, and tomorrow I'll show what I'm capable of. Let's get to work. I have to do this precisely, first of all, and secondly, exactly. Ha 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 ha. I've already hit the barrel. All right, we'll cut that out. It seems to me that today these barrels are somehow closer together, but no, it's just my imagination. We close, we open. Stop the chaotic movements on the construction site. I forgot all those moves. People say it's not a problem, but oh my goodness. All right, I'll get into it in a moment. You know, if you compare it to riding a bike, working on an excavator is definitely much harder. All right, I think I'll stay quiet for now. I probably just need to practice.
How do you feel before the challenge? Do you think you can handle it?
If I manage to coordinate all these moves like I just did, I think I can get the job done.
We'll see each other tomorrow at high noon, as you already know, and we'll get to work.
All right. I'm ready for the challenge.
Two tough days of training are behind us. Today is the big day, the challenge. Are you taking it on?
Well, I think I'm ready now. We'll see how I do. First, I have to weave through the barrels in a slalom. Then I need to scoop up 2 buckets of soil, load them into the dumper, and do the same slalom in reverse.
Exactly. Just so it's not too easy, you have 2 minutes to do it.
Oh my gosh. And will I make it? Is that realistic?
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, I'm ready.
So let's start the challenge and then get to work.
Are you going over there? All right, the first part was flawless. We'll park here. Steering wheel, bucket. We have 2 buckets, all right. We're going back to the starting position. Wow, Bartek, I'm proud of myself.
Me too. Damn, of course.
Did I make it on time?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, great, perfect.
So is work waiting for me?
Of course, I'm a man of my word. We're getting ready for work now, but I'll tell you how things are once we're there.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Wojtek, we're at the construction site. The surprise is we'll be laying a road. So come over to the excavator and my colleague from the truck will dump the material for us. Your task will be to spread out these stones. At the yard we were picking up and loading it onto the machine, but here it will be a bit the other way around. They will dump the stones for us and we will need to spread them evenly over this geotextile, which is already prepared for creating the new road.
Well, I think I'll manage. Let's get to work. So, Bartek, what's the pay like in this job? What does the amount depend on and what are the earnings based on?
You know, first of all, it's definitely about experience. Right here, if we wanted to start right after a course without much experience, then probably the lowest rate would apply. Also, just like in any company, here with us, there are business trips because we build roads all over Poland, basically. So there's also a bonus aspect involved in the form of travel allowances and an away from home bonus, more or less.
Okay.
If we work somewhere locally, let's say we can expect roughly 3,500 to 5,000 to start, more or less, right? If we add business trips, bonuses, and some other things, then it could go up to 8,000 or 9,000, but those are the ranges. It also depends on work experience.
And is there a minimum age to start this kind of job, or?
You know, when it comes to being an operator, if you want to do it with the proper certification, then yes, you have to be 18. It's like a driver's license. It's just about responsibility when you have it. However, here to start working in construction in general, for example, I don't know, doing basic manual labor as some kind of assistant, well, you know, it's often the summer break and now the guys from those construction schools also come to earn some extra money, right?
Okay.
So here, if you want to operate the machine legally, you have to be 18 years old. Before that, you can only do some assistant work around the operator or general construction work. Like with everything, you need, 10% talent and 90%, hard work. There are people who, get into the machine and right away can do something, but that's, a very small percentage of everyone. Yeah? Here, every time, day by day, you get better and better. The more you can do, the more money you get. One thing needs to be emphasized, where there's a will, there's a way. Here,
So this job really offers a lot of room for growth, right?
in my opinion, yes.
So probably not me yet, although I'm getting better and better, right?
Exactly, you can't get discouraged. It's like, if you don't fall down, you won't learn how to get up. And it's exactly the same principle here.
Bartek, we have the skills, passed the exam, and got the excavator certificate. So how do you find a job like that?
I think the easiest thing now in the age of the internet is to check out some job portals. You can take your resume, those qualifications right after the course, go to a company and say you want to get more training and even start as an intern. We're talking about the younger employees here, right? If you have the skills, the job interview likely won't be like a typical corporate one with questions like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Instead, you'll probably just get the keys and they'll say, please level this out for me, please grade this for me, and your skills will speak for themselves.
Okay.
So you probably won't need a CV like that. It's more about your skills because that's what matters for this job,
So it's the kind of job where we just have to know how to do it.
That's right.
And if we can do it, the employer will be satisfied and he probably doesn't need too much paperwork.
No, I don't think so, at least from my experience,
I have to say, I like this kind of job. I feel a kind of satisfaction because it's nice, because I did a good job and you can see the results. Before, the gravel hadn't been spread yet, now it's nicely straightened, so I'm really proud of myself. The job is done and I think I did pretty well. Time to get paid.
Exactly. Come with me and we'll...
Oh, why? How was it for you? For me, it was...
Great. A roller will arrive soon. It will compact everything for us and we'll lay another layer.
I'm satisfied. There's a lot of satisfaction in working on an excavator like this. What's important is that you need to have this skill. First, you have to complete a course, you have to do it well, and what kind of money can I expect today?
Today I want to offer you 400 zlotys.
400? Well, that's a good amount. It's a good amount for the work I did, for what you need to be able to do, and that's cool.
It wouldn't have worked without you. Good money.
400.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. And to you, dear viewers, thank you so much for watching the Do Roboty Show. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my Do Roboty channel on YouTube. Thanks a lot.